Hey, so I wasn't gonna make this video. This video's actually taken me like I've had to think real hard on if I would make this video. But after some serious thought, I decided that I would. I decided that this video was absolutely needed to be made. But before we get into the video, so I just recently picked up a couple of these guys. They were on a pretty deep discount. So these guys will go in my giveaway box somewhere. So for any future giveaways that I have coming up, you might see like this guy showing up in them. And I'm gonna set this guy to the side real quick. And this rant's going to lead me into this guy. And this is going to be a rant. So this is something that's slightly different for me. But I occasionally get on the Funko blog. And this used to be something that I checked on a pretty regular basis. For all of my news, for all of my information, for all of my everything, I simply would go to the Funko blog. In the recent months, Funko has kind of changed that. They don't really put a whole lot on this Funko vlog. If you go to that Funko vlog, most likely you're going to see stuff that's been on there from a long time ago. But because me and Chris go live every Friday, I tend to go and check at the Funko blog anyways, right? Maybe they're going to announce the New York City Comic Con. Maybe they have some more cancer awareness stuff coming up, because that tends to be where they put their more serious side of life, right? I mean, that when it comes to their news, that tends to be where you see the more serious stuff. So I get on there today only to discover that I feel like Funko might have been shaming us a little. And this response or this big like article that they put on there that I'm not even 100% sure why they put on there, other than to give us an explanation as to why they've been doing so bad in these cons. But that's not actually what you got. What you got was, let me go over a little bit of it with you. So they're calling this the Purchasing Exclusives in a Viral World. Great title. I love this title, and that's going to be the title of this video, as a matter of fact. Hey, thank you for giving me that title. I truly appreciate it. So this is what I got out of this, and I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version. And if you want to read the whole article, go do that right now. Pause this video, come back, and then you can listen to me rant, and then you can decide if you're going to agree or disagree with the way I feel on this. And you can even throw me a comment down below and tell me what you think after you go read this article. So just go read the article first, then come back real quick and just tell me what you think. What did you get out of it? Because this is what I got out of it. What I got out of it is, and this was one of my favorite parts of this article, is they say common misconceptions. Common misconceptions is what they said. They said that one of the common misconception is that a lot of bots are buying, and this is not true. Now they said this, not me. So don't scalp me now, because I'm going to throw my rebuttal in. Not that they'll ever hear this, but I want the Wayneko crew to hear this. So they say that they block bots at the front. I need that to sink in for a second. Just 1 second. I need that one to sink totally in. They block bots at the front end. Okay, so I'm not going to give anyone here the names of the two major bots that are out there in this world. But bots, it's not like you can recognize them as anything other than a person, right? They have an IP address that's coming from different IP addresses. And with all of and I'm not going to say this company neither, with all of the VPN sites that are capable of changing your IP address to foreign countries and to different things with the whole TikTok, right? And how people freaked out for a minute and they were going to need to change their VPN to China so that they could continue having TikTok here in the United States, even though we knew it wasn't going anywhere, right? It just made great news. Just made good news. People wake up. So here we are. They're blocking the bots on the front end, which is simply not possible, because the bot is no different than a person. And as a matter of fact, it's a person sitting behind them. Right? So the bot only puts it in the cart. It only does all the clicking that you as a person would have to do, and it's faster at doing the clicking, right? It's no different than cheating at an online video game, right? It's only doing the work that I would have done, but I'm still there. It couldn't do it without me, right? So I don't know how you would block that on the front end, right? Because there's some people that's pretty fast with their mouse and keyboard, right? I mean, and that was the problem with video games, Call of Duty, Fortnite, all of that. You can't ban this because there's people out there that are as fast as that machine. The only thing that machine did was gave lots of people this advantage that only a few people had to begin with, right? So I'm going to move off of that. So anyways, they're blocking people on the front end is what I got. That's what I hear. When I hear that if you move too fast, they blocked you. Now, that explains some stuff, and I want that to sink in for a minute. If you got on that site and you clicked one item and you checked out, it probably recognized you as a bot because you moved too fast and it blocked you. Now, look, I'm just telling you, that's my personal opinion. My personal opinion, it's probably not the right opinion, but look, when I hear that, that's all I can hear, because there's no way that you could say that you're blocking a person, because that's what it is, right? It's a person. All right, moving on. Here's my personal favorite that I read out of this article. Now, this is called The Common Misconception, so when you go and read this, make sure that you look at the common misconceptions, because this is where I feel like they were blaming a lot of it on us. They took very little responsibility in what they said, and they said basically, hold on. So they cancel duplicate orders because them themselves are collectors, and they want to make sure that these things right here make it in the hands of us collectors, because they, listen to me, they block duplicate orders. All right, so let's think about that for a minute. This guy right here, 50 sold. I didn't know they let you buy 50 at a time. You can't put that sold at the bottom of your eBay unless, of course, you've sold that many. Unless, of course, eBay has charged you to sell 50 of this pop. Right here. You see this one? 50 sold. 27 sold. See it right down there at the bottom? 27 sold. That's not enough, because I thought, maybe just those two weren't going to like convince people that they canceled duplicate orders. 24 sold. 24. 52. So look. So I read that and I thought, well, they're canceling duplicate orders. How are all of these people on eBay continuously selling so many if they're canceling duplicate orders? Because there's no way that you could have 50 of a pop without having a duplicate order, right? So this is what they said. They said that that the sellers themselves, they post that they have many of them for sale, but then they have to cancel those sales because they don't want to look bad and let everyone know that they're not capable of getting the items, and that it would ruin the illusion that these guys are not capable of getting the pops that they say that they're capable of getting. But these sellers are willing to pay fees for 52 sold items to save the illusion. $52. I'm going to pay fees on selling 52 items to save the illusion that I don't, look, I'm not buying into that either. So as I continued to read all of this, and it gets into the purchasing side of all of this, and the purchasing side of it says that they check two times. Multiple times, that's what it said. It didn't actually say two, it just said multiple. It says that they check multiple times in the process of your order, and it multiple times is how they check this. And first in, when you put it in your cart, they check, make sure it's available to put in your cart. Whoa, that's awesome, right? It's in my cart. Stop right there. You didn't need to do anything else. I got it. It's in my cart. All I have to do is hit the pay button. No, that's not simple enough. So, and then before you check out, so once you put it in your cart, and before you hit that final pay button, through that long period that they make you wait. So it was available when it went in your cart, right? So that was the first check. So all of those people in front of you had it available too, right, when it went in their cart. So at some point, you know that your numbers have to not be available, right? So at some point, they're not available and they just go sold out. But this isn't the case. So you put it in your cart and it's available. But now this long waiting period that you have going on here, right? They're going to check again before you actually check out to make sure that it's available. Now it's our fault that it took them 30 minutes or 40 minutes or 50 minutes or 60 minutes or however long the nightmare is that you were waiting in line. And look, this is what I could do. I could put up the entirety of my SDCC experience with my 45-minute wait time that I screen recorded on my phone, only for the site to crash and kick me back out to the beginning. All of that was my fault. That was my fault that happened, because it wasn't a guarantee. There was no guarantees in that. Once I put it in my cart, it was available. But however long it takes them to get me to check out, that's on me. And if it gets to that 40 minutes and it's not available somehow, well, it's okay. And look, I'm making this rant because I read this article and I feel like they are putting the blame back off on us as collectors, because them themselves are collectors and they experience this as well. Oh, whoa, you shouldn't go there. You shouldn't go there. If you're working in that building and you are a collector and you didn't get your hands on it before anybody else, that is simply not our fault. That is your fault, because you didn't walk out on that floor and purchase that thing, because I know you can, before anyone else. So don't go there. Don't do us like that. Just don't do it. But don't put the blame off on us as buyers, us as collectors, us as anything. And don't try and feed us some nonsense that tells us that you are combating bots and you're going on these social media sites and you see when people are doing this, you take it from them. Well, when you take it from them, tell me what you're doing with it. That's what I want to know. I mean, you told me that you took it from them in this article. What did you do with it after you took it from them? Because you must have had hundreds more to sell. What did you do with these hundreds? Did you offer them to the people that sold out? Is that something that you did? Did you go back at that point and say, oh man, I just collected 200 more of these that I didn't know we had from Joe Blow. Now let me contact these people who tried to buy them and couldn't. I bet you didn't. Did you put them back on your website? I bet you didn't. So what did you do with them? Did you take them to a Comic-Con? I bet you didn't. So what did you do? I mean, you came in here and you gave us all of this nonsense that you rammed down our throat in this blog that you absolutely should not have done, right? Because you never, ever, ever blame your customers or the people that are fans of you that this is what's going on, and then tell them that there's no guarantees, right? There's no guarantees in life. Look, okay, let's lay that all out there. But here's the thing, as a company, you need to fix yourself. Don't pretend like y'all are perfect and that y'all don't have any flaws and that this is us as the buyer's problems. You're right, this is us as the buyer problem. And this is what I'm going to tell everyone here right now, and then I'm going to get off this soapbox. I'm going to tell you how to complain to them from here on out. From here on out, you don't send them emails. But this is our fault. This is absolutely our fault. They were right. They rammed it down our throat. They just told us, I want you to go read this blog. They're right. It's all on us. They are right. Quit buying from scalpers. Just quit. If us as a community stops buying them from scalpers, Funko will start fixing their site when they no longer sell out. When they no longer sell out of all of their stuff, they'll say, oh man, something is broke. We have to fix it. But right now, they are selling out, and they continue to sell out. They continue to sell out every single time. Their site is not broke. We are broke, right? So quit. Quit buying from scalpers. Stop. If it's over the price of the pop when you were at the convention, you don't buy it. Don't wait for it to go. Don't wait for them to lower their price, because here's the thing. They're going to wait. They're going to keep it high, 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 make their money, and then they say, we'll sell it at the price of what it should have been sold at to begin with. Don't buy it then. Simply don't buy it. If it's coming from anyone other than Funko, GameStop, or any of your local places, don't buy it. Don't. And then when these people have to hold on to their Marty McFly for 10 years in a warehouse collecting dust, they will quit doing this. It only takes them losing so much money before they stop. And I'm not losing because they haven't lost. The money is tied up in merchandise, right? They're only going to have so much money tied up in merchandise before they simply quit doing this. So let's make them hold on to merchandise a long time. Now, with the New York Con coming just around the corner, because it's coming just around the corner, and I don't think there's been any real release dates or any like real news put out on it. I think there's been some semi-leaks put out there somewhere, but I just don't think that there's been any real news put out there about this. With this just around the corner, and you're going to participate in it just like I'm going to participate in it, right? This is what I want you to do. When it fails and everything goes wrong, I don't want you to email Funko. I don't want you to give them any kind of grief. I simply want you to screenshot on your phone or whatever it is that you're on, the problems that you had, and I want you to post it on every social media site that you have. And I want you to put, this is what they want you to use when you have these great, this is what, in this article you're going to find this, when you have these awesome experiences, they want you to put your pictures on social media, and they want you to put at Original Funko. So every time you have a bad experience, all you need to do is screenshot and put at Original Funko. Now, it won't take very many of these at Original Funkos before they'll come out and put another blog telling us how this is our fault once again. And we're just going to continuously do the same thing over and over and over until either A1, we quit buying from scalpers, which is what we just should do. We shouldn't blame Funko anyways. Funko is just a company making money, and that's what they do. They don't really care a whole lot about us as customers, right? So as long as they're selling out, it really doesn't matter who didn't get what they were wanting. As long as they sold out at the end of the day, that is truly what matters. And they're collectors themselves, so they understand our frustrations and angers. They truly do. They truly do. You don't need to tell them how much how frustrated you are. They understand because they are collectors as well. They block the bots. I mean, so we know that they're blocking the bots. They're deleting duplicate orders. I'm going to get off this rant now. We're going to stop now. But ending the rant and how their company is running it really well. I mean, it really well. They're having zero problems with their company and their websites, and all of it is spot on. I picked this guy up a few weeks ago, and I've kind of just been waiting to get some more Masters of the Universe stuff to get him out and unbox him. But I'm going to put him in my rant. I picked this guy up at Walmart. Can anyone tell me the problem with picking this guy up at Walmart? And this was going to be another total rant that I had to do with the whole exclusives and how exclusives aren't 100% exclusive anymore, just simply because you can go to their website and pick up Walmart exclusives. And they even took the name off. It's not Funko Shop exclusives, even though they put like Funko Shop and then exclusives all in a row there. They didn't put it together. And I see what you were doing there. So it's just shop exclusives. You can go to their site and buy all of these shop exclusives, which to me is kind of wrong, but their company's running top notch. And I picked this guy up from Walmart. So this is one of my recent pickups from Walmart. And when I get some new Masters of the Universe stuff, and I know what you're thinking in your head, you're looking at that and you're going, Wayne, how did you pick that up at Walmart? Well, that's because Funko is running it at such good rates right now. I mean, they're running so well-oiled, tuned machine. And stuff like that just doesn't happen. I'm going to get off this rant now. It's going to be enough of that. And then I'm going to move on because this is not normally something I do. But I read this blog and it kind of upset me. And I probably shouldn't let it upset me. And I won't let it upset me again. I'm going to be honest with a lot of people that are, especially if you're still here right now and you're still listening to me rant, then you're definitely a part of the Wayneko crew. I toy with the idea on a regular basis, wishing that there was another company that made something that was fairly similar to a Funko and not a Cost Baby, because the hot toy Cost Babies just don't do it. I mean, they just don't do it. There needs to be another company out there that puts Funko into a competitive mode, and that's the real problem with everything that's going on, is that Funko doesn't have any competition. They have zero competition that's at the size that they are. They have zero competition that has the licensing agreements that they have. They have zero competition. So because they hold such a monopoly on this, they're going to hold our feet to the fire as long as they can. And here's the thing: is what they're doing is that one day, because this happens with everything, this happens with video games, this happens with game systems, this happens with computers, this happens with cars, happens with everything. One day, they're going to get a competitor, and they're going to become number two, because people are going to be so frustrated with how bad they have done, and all of that, especially this blog in particular. They will become number two quickly when they get some competition, but they don't have any competition right now. And I'm sure that they think that they're big enough that they would squash any that they have, but they truly haven't had someone like Hasbro or Mattel or one of these companies step in and say that they could do the same thing. They've kind of like stayed to the sidelines and haven't really made any real ripples in the water, but they will one day. And when that day happens, that's when Funko will change, and a lot of this will start fixing itself, but it won't fix itself until then. The only way that it's going to get fixed, and this is how I'm going to leave it, is if we simply quit buying from the scalpers. Food for thought. Have a great day.